Guys, okay, I'm vlogging, Mum. Mum's here. Yeah, I'm in the same clothes as yesterday because I was too lazy to have a shower.
You're not wearing any clothes.
I'm wearing clothes. I only have undies on the bottom. Uh, Guys, check this out. Mum came home like a couple minutes ago. She said the floor was clean. She came to my bedroom. We spoke for about 5. She comes back out. This one, ew, gross. Destroyed the pink one. Oh gosh. Anyway, so I got some good news. I had the hospital ring up this morning, and the pathology, they had finished going through all the bits and pieces that they do. You know, they sliced up my intestine into tiny little pieces and looked under little tiny bits and pieces under a microscope, and they said that they cannot find any other signs of cancer, which is awesome. And they said, yeah, like they can't see any signs of it spreading to like into any like blood vessels or anything, which is like really cool. So I do have an appointment with them next week, next Thursday, which is 6 days from now, to go speak to them. I think they're just gonna, I don't know, see any other options of what can be done or what they would like to do. Oh my gosh, such a mess. Monday I am going to the doctor and having my staples taken out, which I'm looking forward to because I would like to get rid of my train track. Yesterday I had posted that I had taken the bandage off for a little while and just like kind of air it out, and then the hospital had given me another bandage to put on, and the whole idea is the bandage is like waterproof so you can get in the shower, but when I put my bandage on I kind of stuffed up and I didn't do it properly because like like I'm trying to lay down and then do it and then trying to like, I don't know, I think it's easy if it's like a little band-aid, but this is like 30 centimeters long. Anyway, I woke up and ew, gross, ew. Yeah, I know. That's disgusting. So I'm gonna have to take this off just to like let it air out, find out what I'd done. I think what's happened is while I was sleeping, I must like knocked one of the staples or something, or I might have had like a little scab and the scab's like come off. To be honest, I'm not really having any pain from the staple area. It's the fucking sticky tape. Like, there's tape on the side and it pulls on my skin. So I'm going to take that off now. I'm not going to film it because, ugh. But yeah. So laying in bed, it seems to be all I do at the moment. I haven't really done a hell of a lot today. All I feel like I've done is eat. Like, I don't understand how I'm not getting fat. I suppose missing a whole organ from your digestive system, maybe your body doesn't soak it all in, I'm not sure. But like I had a grapefruit brekkie and then I was like, I feel like eating a hot cross bun, so I ate a hot cross bun. And then later on my mom came home and she's like, oh, you want some bread rolls? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm not gonna say no to bread rolls. So I ate that, and then I was like, better put some soup with that. So I had a whole thing of veggie soup, which is like a whole bowl. And yeah, now I feel like eating crisps. I'll show you my guilty pleasure, Red Rock deli chips. Yeah, my thing is I have to try and limit myself to only eat half the bag at a time. Half the bag is already air anyway, but I'm just like, no, I'll only eat half. I'll put my bag straw on there. Actually, these things are really cool. They keep them fresh. Seriously, they're so cheap. Just, you could probably eBay it, Amazon it, whatever. I think when because I've already bought them from like camping shows, but they're really cheap. Like I think I pay like $5 for a packet of 10 or something like that. So get them because they're so good for like everything around the house that you buy that's like lives in the pantry, that you're opening the packet, then you just fucking having like Tupperware containers everywhere, just stick a bag straw on it. So cool. Yeah. Oh, something kind of gross happened. Okay, so I remember I showed you my bandage before, and I was like, oh, this is yucky, I need to take it off. So I did that. And it's kind of been weeping a little bit all day, and I'm just like, ugh. So my mum took me down to the chemist, and they were like, no, it's not infected or anything like that. They're like, just gotta let it breathe for a bit. And then they gave me the biggest bandage that they sold to put on, and we were kind of like lining it up next to my wound, and I'm pretty sure it's like just the right size. But the only thing is, she said they're not waterproof, so I'm either gonna sponge bath it or I'm gonna whack it on and then like wrap myself up in Glad wrap to go have a shower, which is gonna be interesting. And if I do that, I'll show you. But yeah, so this is me. So I have, how am I gonna do this? Here you go. So I put toilet paper on myself because it was weeping down here. And then I thought, you know what? So I don't have to keep holding it. I'm going to put like 2 pieces of sticky tape to myself, so that way I don't leak on my my mattress, my doona cover, or like before I had it on my undies, I had to go put like a new pair of undies on. So fingers crossed I don't have to do that again. Yeah. I just feel so lazy. Like I have this whole like, I have mental energy where I'm just like, yes, I can get up and I can go do things, and then I go to get up and then realize I have no physical energy. Yeah. So I've been watching Netflix. Oh, I watched the oldest movie around. Like, I couldn't believe the movie came out. I was looking at it 20 years ago. I couldn't believe it. Like, I didn't realize it's been 20 years and I still had not watched this movie. I'd read the book. I wasn't 100% of the book. I read the whole series. And the only reason why I wasn't 100% on it is because I had done Game of Thrones and read Game of Thrones beforehand, and Game of Thrones is obviously a lot more dark. But I'm like, you know what? I'm finally gonna watch it. I watched Lord of the Rings. I only watched the first one. It goes for 3 hours. So I watched the first hour last night, and then I finished watching the last 2 hours today. And I'm like, you know what? Not bad. And that Peter Jackson guy, the guy who produced it, did a bloody good job. So I haven't watched number 2 and number 3 yet, but I'm just like, well, I'm not doing anything. That's something I'll get up to. Yeah, so I just feel like I have a train track. It looks like a train track. Alright, I'm gonna go and we'll see what happens. Bye. It's like the new fashion. So I am Glad wrapped, saran wrapped together. I really do have a feeling this is not going to work. You can see how much my gut still sticks out because of how swollen I am. The only thing I'm worried about is it keeps peeling at the top here. Fingers crossed this works. I might just have to like, I might have to just pull the hose and just like go there, bits and bits, and then get out. Okay, so the incision bit isn't that bad. What's hurting me is the fucking sticky tape on my skin. Didn't realize my skin was so sensitive to sticky tape. It's the tape from the bandages. Okay, let's try. I just finished. I think that was a success. I have not pulled off the Glad wrap yet. I did a really quick one, bent over, bits and bits, and then I was out because I really do not want to get this wet because I'm not supposed to while it's still healing. And then also I was really trying hard not to get my hair wet, sorry, because the idea of having to do anything with it. I'm pretty, ooh, I got a little kinky there, that's alright. Pretty happy that it's still good after my blue wave on yesterday. Why is it that I'm so tired? I actually just recently searched up bowel removal on YouTube, and oh my god, like if you're not squeamish, there is like a video of a surgeon pulling someone's bowel out of their tummy, like, and fuck, I didn't realise how big it was. It's huge. So it's like, man, if that whole thing was taken out of my body, my belly's still fat. I mean, I know it's swollen, but still. And then I actually found another video from a girl, Lauren, oh no, I can't remember her last name. She didn't have the exact same surgery that I did. She actually had a twisted bowel. But it was really interesting listening to her symptoms of what made her go into the hospital to start with, and it was exactly the same as mine. Suddenly she was just like throwing up at home, and she felt like sick, and she was in a lot of pain. And she also said that the only thing that soothed her pain was when she bent over, like forward, and that was exactly the same with me. And so it's really interesting, like you're listening to other people that have the same thing. I mean, I know hers wasn't exactly the same, and I'm pretty jealous because her scar is only yay big, whereas mine's like yay big. But we're both alive, so you can't complain. Looks like I'm naked standing. Well, I am naked. I have a towel wrapped around me though. Alright, let me go back to bed. It is quite late at night now. Look, a change of outfit. So I'm back in bed now. It's about 11 o'clock. And like, apart from doing nothing all day and having a shower, which is like awesome, like going to the chemist wasn't that bad. My mum drove me and she was able to park me like right at the door, so it's not like I had to walk around very far or anything like that, so that was nice. And then just that little bit of walking around the house. I'm knackered. It's just so tiring. I have been on YouTube and I watched some videos of other people that have had similar surgeries, and some of them that have had the same surgery, and I'm glad to see that all of them have said the same thing about how tired they were for a fair while afterwards. And like, I've never had a surgery before, so I don't know if it's got to do with like the incision, or like the fact that they removed the organ, or is it the fact that I was on all these painkillers, or is it just a combination of all of them? I have no idea. But it makes me feel lazy. And then my dad goes, "You need to clean your room," and I'm just like, I know, but I can't be fucked. I don't want to because I'm tired. Like, every time I try and move, and yeah, all my stomach muscles, all my core muscles, that they hurt, and that's because they were literally sliced right down the middle and are stitched back together. So yeah, stitched and stapled. I'm really hoping that when my staples come out, I should be a bit more mobile, because I feel like that that pulls on my skin. So I'm hoping that when that comes out. And then one thing I've noticed is, so this is my ratchet bandage. I know it's not covering the top and it's not covering the very bottom. Still leaking, but I'm just gonna leave that there for now. But I've just got to put like this surgical tape stuff on there that I found in the first aid kit. There's all my crap next to me. And even the tape that was on that, like the bandage from the hospital, it's making my skin so itchy. And it's so funny that I would not think that the sticky tape from the bandage is more irritating and more painful to me than the actual incision. Like, it's crazy. Like I said, it's 11 o'clock. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start watching the second Lord of the Rings movie. I'm sure it's like another 3-hour movie or something like that, so I'll finish the rest later. But I'm just like, I'm invested now. I've got to know what happens. Frodo, what happens to you? Oh, that's so funny. I don't know if The Hobbit was on Netflix. I couldn't find it. So, yeah. It's interesting for me too because I knew that The Hobbit came out, I knew that The Hobbit was a prequel to Lord of the Rings. So when I decided to read them, I read The Hobbit first and then I read Lord of the Rings. And so not watching the Hobbit movie and just trying to remember what happened in the book, it was quite interesting, even though it's not like really detrimental to the story, but it's like, you know, Mr. Baggins. Anyway, yeah. Actually, you know what's like, this might not interest people. It's like, oh, Lord of the Rings. I'm like Harry Potter more. But when I read the book, I read it on Audible, and there was like a little prelude from the author, and it was really interesting to listen to it. When he wrote the Lord of the Rings, which was the first book, it was quite interesting to know that this man had, like, because this was all written a very, very, very long time ago, and he lived in a country town. Was it in the UK, or am I making that up? I can't remember. But this man had never seen a motor vehicle in his life, and like I find that really interesting, like especially now because of our technology and all that. And so knowing that, and then like hearing the story, it kind of shows how he was able to come up with so much like of an imaginative mystical story because there was no technology to like bombard that. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm going to bed. I keep saying that. I keep saying I'm going to bed. I've been in bed like so long. So it's almost 2 weeks since I had my surgery. So by Monday it would be 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm looking at myself. Yeah. Actually, that's really funny. So if you watch people's vlogs and it always looks like they're looking off camera, it's like don't take it the harsh way. Most likely they're just looking at themselves in the viewfinder, and it's because our like subconscious, when we talk, like when you talk to another person, we always look at someone's eyes when we're talking to them, and looking at a camera like lens, it's not an eye. So looking at yourself in the eyes is like a subconscious way of doing it, I suppose, like talking to yourself, even though technically I am talking to myself right now. I'm rambling so much. I took 2 Panadol. Hopefully that's enough. Actually, it is actually, because I very, very, very rarely take painkillers. Just 2 Panadol has been perfect for me. The hospital did give me some Tramadol, and I haven't even opened the packet, so yeah. Okay, good night, and let's see how I go over the weekend.